How's it going, y'all? So in today's video, we're going to be opening two Journey Together Pokemon Center ETBs. I'm super excited about this new set. It's very nostalgic for me. Back when I was a kid, I loved the trainer Pokemon cards, and as I'm building my Pokedex binder, actually a lot of them are the trainers. So this is a very cool set, and I'm excited to open it. And I just got my new light in. We've got our camera set up for our new filming area on this card table. Nothing fancy, but we'll get into it. Alrighty, so here we got Journey Together. I'm going to put a little screen capture of my commentary down here. Now this is going to be a long opening. We got 22 packs here, so it's kind of going to test my commentary skills. But love the packaging design, love the purple and the pinks, and just the overall vibe of this. I mentioned before that I really like the trainer cards, which is good for me because I think overall, in English, the trainer cards don't do as well as they did in Japanese. And this set, you're watching this when it came out today, but I'm filming this when it came out the day before. The Japanese versions of these all are priced really high because the Japanese ones do really well for the trainer cards. But English, not so much. English, we tend to see like the Charizards, the Greninjas, all the typical like hype Pokemon. We see those prices go up. So I think right now the highest chase is Lily's Clefairy, which I'll put like a picture here or something. I think that one's what, $400 now off the top of my head, but it's ridiculous. So I think right now Lily's is the top chase card monetary value wise, but I think after the set officially comes out and people start to get a feel for the set list, I think it'll be a bit different. I think maybe In's Zoroark SIR, or actually the Reshiram may be a top chase. So off the top of my head, I can't think of what I think will be the top chase, but I know it's probably not going to be Lily's Clefairy for more than like 3 days. Now, this version, it is the Pokemon Center version, so it came with the stamped, as we can see here in the bottom right-hand corner. The stamped promo will value way higher than the regular promo. If I had to guess, I would say the regular promo will probably sit around $4 after everything corrects, maybe $6. But then the stamped one may go up to like 40 or more. So we tend to see these stamped promo cards hold their value pretty well long term. So I'm excited to get my hands on these. It's rare that I actually get a Pokemon Center version of the ETB. So I think that'd be a cool one to have. And little spoiler, I'm recording this after I open all these. The second ETB promo is really in good condition. There's no white spots. As you can see, I was just looking at the white spots there. The first one had a little smudges on the outside, so I don't think I'll send that off to grading, but the other one I definitely will, because I think the stamped promo card as a PSA 10, I think that'll do really good long term. So here we are getting the first packs. I love the packaging design, again, with the teal and just the more simple shapes, and I feel like it's a really fun set. So I'm going to go a bit slower here as we check out the bulk, and then as we start seeing duplicates, I'll go faster and faster. But as you can see, what I'm going to do here is organize these into sets. And so just regular bulk, I'll put in a pile. I'll put Ins, Hops, Ionos, and Lilies cards all separate, because I really want, this Banette is cool. You can see her teeth, the zipper. I think that's super cool artwork. I did notice as I was going through these, the bulk artwork is phenomenal. Like, really, really good stuff. There's some really cool knitted ones. There's some cool compositions, and the cards, I don't know. The bulk is just really good in this set. Overall, I was super pleased with how they came out. But anyways, what I was saying before, I'm splitting them up into particular trainers because I think I want to build decks. Initially, when I went into this, I wanted to do In's deck, because you got the Reshiram, the Zoroark. I really wanted the Zoroark EX, but ended up not getting that. I did, hint, I got a version of that, but not the one I was going after. But after opening all these and kind of reading the supporter trainer cards, I think Hops deck may be a bit more strategically balanced. Or maybe I just didn't pull enough of In's cards to kind of see where I could take a deck. But Hop's cards, there were a lot of cards have low damage, but there were a lot of trainers that increase that. And so there's a stadium that I pulled that increases it by like 40 or something per hit. And then, there's an item you can attach to a Pokemon, and that increases the attack by another 40 or 30, something like that. So you can really stack Hops's cards, and I think I want to build a deck with him because I end up pulling more of Hop's items than In's. So I think overall, the one I pulled the least of is Lily. I didn't really see any trainer cards that I pulled. Oh, here we go. Our first hit, Brock's. What does this say? So I'm recording this when, like, I'm watching the video in my editing software as I'm recording, and in order to keep the processing speed pretty good, it's like really fuzzy. So I see that it's Brock. I just couldn't read the second word. Anyway, so for Lily's, I didn't really see that many cards that would make her deck beneficial. So I think I'm really just going to focus on Hops and In. It's a nice Torchic right there. I love how this set in particular, there was a good variety of generations. So we saw some early ones like the Graveler right there, the Electrode on the far right. But then we also see the Kling, what is that? The Kling something, the Sandaconda. Just a really good variety in the set. So I feel like they did a really good job balancing enough Pokemon to fill the interest for both old collectors and new collectors. And I feel like with this set in particular, even though it's currently hyped about the same as Prismatic, I don't think once it actually releases, it'll hold that same hype over time. I think this set is truly a set that is beneficial to collectors and players. The artwork is really good. It features iconic characters from the game and the show and things that people who collect and are interested in the hobby would appreciate, but resellers, scalpers, all those kind of people who don't really appreciate the nuances of the hobby, they just care about the monetary value. As they see the value of the hits, quote unquote, decrease, I think it will, over time, I think this set will kind of be slept on, which is a weird thing to say right now in this market boom. But I think we'll kind of see that as time goes on. Now, on the other hand, Destined Rivals and Team Rocket, I feel like scalpers and people who aren't in the Pokemon hobby recognize that Team Rocket is an integral part of the Pokemon franchise. And so, as opposed to like In, Hop, Iono, who are more niche characters, Team Rocket, I believe, will be a disaster of a set like Prismatic was. Just because I think it's such an apparent value of that set that I'm kind of worried what's going to happen. It would have been excellent if Journey Together kind of released, killed the hype a little bit, and then we got just an absolutely boring set right after that. I feel like that would have really corrected things. But man, they're going to light the fire again with Destined Rivals. And then next year is the 30th anniversary. So I'm hoping at the end of this year in 2025, the bubble kind of corrects itself. But I don't know. We got too many things coming up. The Hops headband, I can't read what it says because it's so blurry. But I think if you attach that to a Pokemon, it increases their attacks by 30 or 40. And then that may be the stadium hometown of Hops to increase it. So a lot of really good stuff that I pulled to make a Hops deck. Oh, we have our first EX card. What I was really looking for is the Zacian EX card, but this Vulcan, or what was it called? It's already off the screen. That card that I just pulled, that one had a good ability. I can't remember what it was. Let me look over here one second. I'll be right back. Okay, I should have had these out to reference to begin with. Yeah, Volcanion has an ability Scalding Steam. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned. And then their second move is move an energy from one Pokemon to this Pokemon from a benched Pokemon. So good energy management, which is always important. And there's a good ability that will inflict a burn. So I feel like that would be a really cool card to play. Although there's not too many fire Pokemon in this set. There's the, what is it? Damanian, Damination. Damn, it sounds like something else. I don't want to slip up and say something bad. You know what I'm talking about. The, oh my goodness, it's going to drive me nuts. The newer Pokemon, I'm still trying to remember all the names, but I'm working on a Pokédex binder, so I feel like that will help me learn all the names. That Cloth card, I really like the artwork on that one. It's fun. Cloth is an interesting Pokemon because I feel like you got Krabby and Kingler. See, the problem is this commentary, my brain is focusing on commentary and I'm going blank on all the Pokemon. So it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I am. So that Wailord that I just pulled, it's a little teaser, little foreshadowing for something I pull later on that I'm very excited about. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. The card everyone wants. It's a funny Shuppet with his tongue out. Dude, the Corviknight is so cool. I love how it's in the stadium. And then the Cramorant. I think that one has a weird attack. It's like it can only attack if you have 3 or 4 prize cards. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's go. The Wailord. Man, this card I wanted so bad. It's so cool. Just how big the Pokemon is in the frame, you can just get the sense for how big the Pokemon is. It just takes up the whole frame, and you can see like the surface, the underwater, and then also the like coral bed. Just that on top of the colors, that was one of the cards I really, really wanted. So super happy I pulled that, and it just ramps up from here. So right now it's been kind of slow, not too many pulls, but we have some really good luck, especially in the second ETB. So I can't remember in this last pack if we have some last pack magic. I believe maybe we get an EX. I don't want to spoil it, but I love that Remoraid artwork too. See what I mean? This set just had some really good bulk artwork. That Joltik ends PP up. I saw that when they released the set list a few weeks ago. Oh yeah, here we go. We got an EX. I don't remember what the ability on that one is. Let me check. I'm just gonna get them all and reference them. I don't want to spoil too much, but okay. So here's what we got. We got the Volcarona, or Volcanion, sorry, and the Wailord, and Brox. Mamoswine. Let's see. We got Mammoth Hauler. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Now that is a really good one, especially if you're trying to set up with some of Hop's Pokemon. So I may... It's a rock Pokemon. Oh, wow. So its other move, I'll put it on the screen so you can see. Its other move is Rumbling March. This attack does 40 more damage for each Stage 2 Pokemon on your bench. So 180 plus. Dude, that is huge. And it only costs 2 energies. Oh, I was looking down. So we got Hops Wooloo. Love this card. That is another chase card I was trying to get from this set. I think the Wailord, the Wooloo, look at that cut line. That is atrocious. So I'm definitely not going to grade that. That is so bottom heavy. I don't even know what. That's like almost an error cut. That's bad. But yeah, those two, and then the Articuno. Spoiler, I did not get the Articuno, but we did get something just as good later on. So overall, we did really good with the hits. I feel like this set overall had some good hit rates and something we haven't really seen since Crown Zenith. And we all know how popular Crown Zenith is, but I don't think this will be as popular just because there's not as many hits. It just has good hit rates like Crown Zenith did. Now this Spike Energy is cool. I need to read the description on that. The design is cool, but I don't know exactly what it does, so I'll check on that later. I also like how Iono's cars are all electric, so you can make like an electric type deck, which I haven't really done too much. Actually, I take that back. That was a complete lie. I did a Maridon and Regieleki, what is it? The electric Regi. I did that electric one, and I wasn't a huge fan. I don't know. I just don't like the electric Pokemon in a deck. I like rock. I like fire. Fire's okay. Kind of overrated a little bit. That's the one. I can't read what it says, but the one I was trying to say earlier. Oh, let's go. This was huge. I wanted the Enzorark EX, but the other one, the cheaper one. I definitely would not use this in a playable deck, just because I think right now that card's going for like $40 or $50. So to put that in a deck would be insane. I'm not made of money, but that was a super cool pull that I was not expecting. It's always a nice surprise when I pull the gold cards, because since they are so rare, I just don't expect them. And so when they pop up, it's like an extra level of an excitement. But the problem with the gold cards is usually they're like trainers. I'm not trainers. Trainers. Or energies or stadiums. There's not really any like gold Pokemon. I know there's a few, but there's more elemental cards that are gold than like Pokemon, which is fine, I guess, but I would love more gold Pokemon. I think they're so cool. All right, we got the Veluza EX, which I actually have in my hand right now, so I'll read out what the moves are. This one's weird because it doesn't have an ability, but it does have Purging Strike move, which you may discard your hand. If you discarded any cards in this way, this attack does 120 more damage. So it'll be 120 damage plus 120 if you discarded your hand. But I mean, how often are you in a situation where you're going to discard your hand? I could see if you have, I could see if you have a trainer or an ability that lets you renew your hand, but if you have a trainer, you kind of need that in your hand. So I don't know. I don't think I'll use the Veluza EX. Not a huge fan of it. Ooh, this one's nice. The Inns Reshiram. Love that card. I think that'll be a super playable one if I ever build an in deck, but we'll see. I think I'm looking at my EXs that I pulled, and I only got one more, but I won't spoil which one it is. I think we do have one more special card that we pulled, maybe two more. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, really good stuff. I love that Rockruff art design. It looks like it's in like the Grand Canyon or something. And then we got just the regular Brock's trainer card. Volcarona, Butterfree. Love that Butterfree artwork over the like diagonal horizon. Yeah, here it is. Hops Zacian. This card is so cool. Oh, I'm getting tongue twisted. This is actually one of the cards that I wanted. I love the blue with the Zacian. I just love it. I don't know how to describe it, but I really like the design of that card. More so than the other trainer full arts. I think that was just really cool. And since I'm doing a Hops deck, apparently, maybe I can use it. I think it's just a $12 card at this point, so I wouldn't feel too bad about putting in a deck, but we'll see. Got the Paris, like the shadow of the trees on that one. And then the Snubble and Lily's Pearl. I think that one is a really good... what does that say? I cannot remember what Lily's Pearl is, but I know that's a good playable one. The Ticket one is interesting. I don't think I'll use it. And then this Snorlax is one I really wanted. I know it's just a common bulk card, or like rare bulk, but that I just love the momentum that Snorlax has going into the ground. I'm surprised I only pull one of those. Especially making a Hops deck, I would love more than one. At least, I don't know, at least two. I don't know if it has an ability. I can't read it. Pulled a lot of those, the Wooloos, so I think that'll make a recurring entrance in my deck. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you like the Journey Together set? Do you like the trainers? Do you feel like it kind of captured the personalities of each trainer and their Pokemon? Or do you think it's just kind of a, we'll make a trainer set, but then the real ticket is the Team Rocket? So let me know what you think. I think when they did the trainers before, they did a similar thing where they did the good trainers and then the bad trainers. So it's kind of mirroring what they did in the past. But let me know what you think. I think the illustration rares in the set are some of the best artwork that we've seen in a while, especially with the Wailord. The Articuno is so cool. It's amazing how the Articuno card, I love the Joltik, I love the reverse holo of that. Oh, yeah, that's the last one. Here we go. Mimikyu EX has Mischievous Hands, which is choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon and put 3 damage counters on each of them. And Ghostly Trip, which is your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and does 120 damage. So, I don't know. Not fantastic. I don't imagine I will be using that in the deck, but I really like the artwork on it. I think it's very, very malicious looking. I think it'll go on my spooky themed page in my binder, but super cool. I don't remember what I was saying a second ago. Oh, that Articuno. Yeah, that's that's funny that I'll pull the Articuno there because that's what I was talking about actually. So the Articuno illustration rare, I feel like the dynamic aspect of the image is not fantastic. I feel like Articuno is just kind of stagnant on the frame, but I love how everything is the same color, but there's still the high contrast between Articuno and the background. I feel like something about how they worked the lines and the colors absolutely knocked it out of the park. I just wish Articuno felt a little bit more fluid. Like it's kind of like I'll probably put it on the screen. If you see what I'm talking about, it just feels like Articuno's just stuck in the air, which is fine. I just wish there was something else. I don't know. Maybe like some small birds in the background. Sorry for this delay right here. I'm going to get everything together. Let me just fill this empty space. I'm just going to cut it. All right, here we go. We got all of the pulls. We got the Mamoswine, the Volcanion EX, the Veluza EX, the Mimikyu EX, such a cool artwork. And then the Hopsation, very, very cool. Hops Wooloo, we just knocked it out of the park with all of Hops's Pokemon. Of course, the Piece de Resistance, the Wailord, the Enzorark, love the gold border. And then, of course, we got the 4 promos, 1 or 2 without the stamp and 2 with the stamp. So overall, amazing. Thanks for watching.